So everybody, you know. Um, as you can see, I guess I'm in the hospital. Actually, this is my last day in the hospital, really. Home today. I'm supposed to be discharged today. So I will be going back to Macon, Georgia. I've been kind of laid up in the hospital, stuck with what they call the coronavirus, of course. I've heard that it could have been worse. Many people have had worse dealing with coronavirus and hospitalization. Been up here been in the hospital since August 27th. Been in the hospital since then. And now, I guess I decided to reach out to the world. Don't know if anybody gonna watch this video. Don't know how many people gonna get to see it. I just want to let you know, like, everything they were talking about that corona, like, that's on y'all. If you don't want to wear your mask, if you don't want to keep your hands clean, washed, if you don't want to social distance, everybody is not as fortunate as I am to be able to get to this point, because some people, kind of like just, kind of like didn't make it, but it wasn't always because of the corona. It was always because of the things that the corona affect, like your blood, your lungs, your oxygen levels, because it's easy to get blood clots, that I heard, dealing with the coronavirus. It causes blood clots real easy. So they have to give you this medication called Eliquis, so your lungs and stuff won't catch blood clots. It could be in your lungs, pneumonia, different things like that. So it ain't just going around here just saying the corona killing people. It's just the things that goes along with it. It's a lot more to it than what a lot of people realize. There's a lot more to it than what a lot of people know. And, some people may be more prone to it than others. And I'm one of the people who always wash their hands. I always kept some Lysol. I kept Lysol with me. I wore my mask. And I still ended up catching the coronavirus. And I wore my mask. I kept my hand sanitizer. I kept my Lysol. I sprayed stuff down. I wiped stuff down. And I still ended up in the hospital diagnosed with the coronavirus, and they was taking it so serious that it was like, I ain't gonna flex, like, man, it was overwhelming just how serious, they was like the way they was going by it. I had it like, different type of cough syrups I had to take and drink, treatments things like that, and I learned, and I end up learning that most of the time it's not the coronavirus that they mostly die from. It mostly end up being from the blood clots that people end up catching, because like I said before, coronavirus causes blood clots. It causes your blood to clot real easy. So, of people that have died just from a blood clot, So, yeah. Um, and then with me, I just didn't only deal with the coronavirus. I also have to deal with a chronic pain, which causes pain, throughout my body. I can have pain from my body that can really hurt a lot, and the way my blood cells are, you already have a limited amount of oxygen, being displayed throughout my body. So I had the coronavirus working against me, and I also had that illness that I rebuke in the name of Jesus. That illness, right, that I had to deal with growing up. I also had to deal with that at the same time, dealing with the coronavirus, and it seemed like I had more problems with that than I did with the coronavirus, you know, which actually I did have more problems with that.
Dr. Goldstein, how are you?
I'm fine.